positive, but I think the arrow is further down this road. Trying to navigate all these winding dirt roads. I do have a phone signal, so the GPS, satellite images, everything is working. It's just kind of tough to figure out where everything is. I want to see this landing strip. There are photos online. What does that say? Motorized vehicles prohibited. Okay, we won't go that way. We're going to head down here and see what happens. Okay, so I read online somewhere that they were going to refurbish this airstrip, that there was a community of pilots who came together and said, hey, let's preserve this, let's keep it going, let's not let it disappear into history. And they've actually successfully done it. It says, caution, active airplane runway, aircraft only. And I'll show you what it looks like. I'm on a dirt road, I'm not on the runway, but you wouldn't know this was a runway. This would be a good place for someone to have to crash land or something. Here we go. There's an airplane there, but he's way up there. Here's our sign. Caution, active airplane runway, aircraft only. And that's it right there. This seemingly wide dirt and weed road is an actual runway. Now I wanted to see the arrows that are in this area that point aircraft the correct direction. It doesn't say no trespassing. It just basically is saying, hey, don't drive down here, idiot. This is for aircraft. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out where that arrow is, and I'm running out of daylight. As you can see, the sun is almost over the horizon and I need a camp. So that's got to be my priority now. I will do some research overnight about the arrow, see if I can figure out exactly where it is. Apparently they even kind of restored that. It's kind of cool. That's the only way they had to navigate through here, was to look for those arrows and know that they're headed the right direction. Anyway, I may have to settle on one of those camp spots right by the springs. Maybe someone will come out and fish, maybe they won't. I hope not. I like my privacy. If you follow me at all, you know I come out here just for this kind of isolation. So I'm gonna drive back over there, and time's not on my side. And the fire sounds really good right now. Well, I think I've found our spot. Now, we're kind of centrally located to all these things I've been checking out, but not right in the path where somebody's gonna park next to me and I'm gonna wake up in the morning and find them staring into my car or something. So let me show you around. Okay guys, I had to put on the winter coat. I haven't worn this thing in some time and I love it. It's totally fleece lined, super warm. Not worried about getting too cold tonight. Of course, because we're in the car, I can always turn the car on and heat myself up. But that is not why we're here. We're not here to take the easy way out. We're here to test some gear, my friends. This has been sitting in its box for probably, I don't know, a month. I bought it as a gift to myself with tons and tons of overtime at the hospital. I took some of the extra money and I bought myself a little gift. And so we're going to tear into it right now. Got my trusty bushcraft knife. We'll just, what could it be? What could it be? This is the most expensive investment, expensive to me, that I've made in at least a couple of years. Now, a couple of years ago, I bought myself the Snug Pack Bunker 4-season tent. And normally I would bring it out here on an outing like this. But it's 20 degrees. It's just a little bit too cold for me to sleep on the ground. I know I'm being a wuss. There will be winter camping videos with the bunker, so it's not like I'm not going to ever do it. It's just that not this time. I just wasn't up for it. So here's what we're testing out. I haven't even seen this yet. This, my friends, let's be very careful not to cut the bag. I mean the bag, not the bag. This is from Outdoor Vitals. This is a 0-degree sleeping bag / quilt. I don't know the official name of the model. Loft Tech Hybrid Atlas 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Size regular, 31 by 76 inches. Temperature rating 0, outdoorvitals.com. Okay, so Outdoor Vitals, if you don't know, and this is not sponsored by them, but they're a Utah company. They're based in southern Utah, and I've been kind of a fan of their videos, of their gear. The blue quilt I always use in the summertime, that's an Outdoor Vitals piece of equipment. So it was time to invest. This, for me, was not cheap, but I worked hard to earn it. And so what I'm gonna do is just sleep in my thermals tonight and let the bag do the rest of the warming and see how it does. Temperature tonight should be about 22 degrees out here. Well, anywhere in northern Utah anyway. It's like our sun just disappeared behind the horizon. So let's make this happen fast, my friends. Now, why is it green? Because I like blue so much. I'm kind of getting away from the whole everything has to be blue thing. And they did have a blue one that was beautiful. I freaking loved it. But it was only a 30-degree bag. The 0-degree bag was green. So that's just how it goes. Here it is. Now, I'm opening it now so it has time to loft. As you'll see, the zipper is right down the middle. I love that. I can pull it around me and zip it straight up my middle. What I hate about traditional mummy bags is having to lay on my side. The zipper's right there. You move, it unzips. This also has something really unique. It has these little shoulder buffers. There's one on each side. So when it's when you're wrapped up in it, they can rest right here and give you an extra layer of warmth around your neck and head. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, so I will come back in a minute and show you my arrangements with the sleeping situation. Okay, so that's it. Those are my sleeping accommodations tonight. The bag, the air mattress, the pillow. It's pretty much it. Pretty simplistic. I'm gonna open the windows just a tiny bit to prevent excessive condensation, but should be pretty good. That fire starter is something new that I got in a mail order kit. I'll talk about that in a little bit. We want to get the fire going, then we'll do some talking about how I lit that so easy. This is my first time using that fire starter, and I'm really impressed. That was one smoky fire. That took literally seconds. So what that is this stuff comes in a little pouch like that, and it's from a company, I don't know if you can see that. I'll just tell you what it is. It's called Quick Survive. So, talk about quick. I'd say Quick Survive. Whoever makes this product, I am highly impressed. That's the fastest I think I've ever built a fire. It occurred to me that this table is plastic, so I moved the stove down here to heat my water. I'm just going to have some hot chocolate warm up before I have dinner. And just set all my crap on there. Gave myself somewhere to sit. I decided against burning the box. Too much smoke. And it makes a handy garbage can, honestly. One of the luxuries of car camping. So, got 5 gallons of water with me. I'm going to put this in the car before I go to bed, because 22 degrees, that just might freeze solid. I don't know, so. Anyway, I'm still waiting for my other camera to charge, and we'll switch back. This has great resolution. It looks great, but it has terrible sound, and I can't take really good pictures with it, so I'm kind of frustrated right now that that's what I'm dealing with. There's so many things I want to be photographing at the moment. Well, I've been sitting here for some time just warming myself. I burned up most of my wood. Can't see it over there, but there's only a couple pieces left. I usually don't have a morning fire. It's just the nighttime. It's comforting. It's warm, especially out here by yourself, you know. The sun is completely gone. No longer dusk. The moon should be coming out, but it'll only be about half. I'm waiting for my stupid camera, my other camera, to charge so I can film dinner. It's actually only about 6:30 p.m. but this is what it looks like all around me. Yeah, a whole lot of black. The stars are pretty amazing. Not like in the Uintas, but they're pretty amazing, and can't really film them, but I've been watching a lot of little satellites float across the sky. Just having a peaceful time here in front of the fire. I had a warm drink. I feel rejuvenated, but I'm hungry. I brought an MRE, and I haven't opened it. I don't know what's in it. So, we're just going to sit here and warm ourselves by the fire before we finally have enough juice in the other camera to film, because I just don't want to use the GoPro for that. I hate using it right now, but it's great for scenic montages. It's great for first-person perspectives. It's great for time-lapse, as you saw the sunset and also the drive-in here. That was all GoPro. I love my GoPro. But the sound is terrible, guys. It's a Hero 5 Black. I know they've got newer models, but I don't buy a new one every time it comes out. And if I'm right behind the camera like I am now, the sound is fine. But if I'm in front of it or at any kind of distance, there's almost an audible hiss in the background of the audio. It's kind of annoying. So it is great too, of course, as you guys may have seen in my Hope Lake video a couple months ago. It's great to throw in the water and film underwater scenes. I love doing that. It's fun. But now it's being used to film the campfire as we wait to have enough battery. It's kind of stupid. I was filming with it. Battery was dying. I couldn't figure out why it shut off and wouldn't turn back on. I hadn't even been paying attention to the battery. So it took me a while to figure out, duh. It died because you filmed everything all the way here and once you got here. And sometimes I kick myself and make rookie mistakes like that. I should have seen that coming and plugged it in long before now. Anyway, I'm just going to relax here and keep warm. It's nice and toasty. I've heard some coyotes howling. It was pretty cool. I was trying to get them going again, but haven't heard them since. And on this camera, you might not be able to hear them anyway. They're pretty far away. I love hearing that. I love being out here in nature. It's very rejuvenating. I feel like months worth of stress and difficulty is being reset right now, and I'm feeling better. I only wish I'd brought my trail camera. Never know if coyotes are going to wander through here checking stuff out while I'm asleep. It's at home right now, aimed at a mouse trap. I have a mouse that tore into my food storage down in my basement. As soon as the weather got cold, I started having mouse problems. My house is really old, and sometimes that happens. I just put the camera on them to see how it all unfolded, where they were coming from, and that kind of thing. So that's where it is. That's what it's doing, and that's why it's not here. And yes, if you're wondering, in my last video I mentioned that I may have left my trail camera at Notch Lake, and then I found it in an obscure pocket of my new Osprey pack that I forgot I had utilized to put the camera in. So I still had it. There was no footage really to show of Notch Lake other than me crawling in and out of the tent and some blurry images of really fast chipmunks. So I didn't include those in that video series. Gonna shut up now and just listen to the fire. If you're wondering what the desert is like at night, in case you are not a desert person, I can see a lot more with this light than the camera is showing, but it's pretty eerie, but no different than the eeriness of the forest. I found this is really cool. Let me turn my light down. That's a bit extreme, isn't it? Alright, so this is a relic from that airstrip era, and I don't know what it was for, but look, it says right there WPA 12939. That man is long gone, my friends. I don't know what this little pad of cement was for. It's kind of shifted, as you can see right there, and then there's a railroad tie that comes out. I don't know, a couple of these things in the ground, a couple of posts, pretty interesting, but he left his mark many years before I was even thought of. Thank you, WPA, for sharing yourself with us. Well, I finally have enough of a charge on this camera. I had to wait probably an hour. It's pushing 7 p.m. This is the last of my wood. And all the time I was waiting for this camera to charge so I could film some decent footage, I had to use the GoPro. So some of the footage, you've already figured that out. That's the last of my firewood. It's keeping me nice and toasty. Oh yeah. That is pure firelight, my friends. This has been one toasty fire. Not quite on the level that Joe Shanks and I have made. Those are bonfires, but this is just right for me. Anyway, I'm hungry, so it's time to cut into the MRE, but I really want to stay warm as long as I can. I'll probably eat inside the car once the fire dies down. I don't know. Maybe I will eat right here in front of the fire. That makes more sense. I've been, as usual, awake a very long time. I slept 3 hours when I got home from work this morning. Oh my gosh, it was hard to wake up. Yeah, I think we will. We'll go over there by the car where there's better lighting, and we'll see what's in the MRE. I don't know what it is. It's a spaghetti and meatball meal, but I don't know what's in it. And then we'll come over here by the fire and enjoy it. Oh, and one more thing. My large tripod that I've been filming a lot of these shots on snapped on me. It finally gave out, so I'm using a handheld tripod. I will do my best for the remainder of this trip not to make a Cloverfield shaky type video. So gear has not been cooperating on this trip. Okay guys, the MRE is menu 4 spaghetti with beef and sauce. I was wrong about the meatballs. You may know that I bought this case last year, or the beginning of this year I should say. There's a video of, sort of a video of that case opening somewhere here on my playlist, on my channel. This is one of 4 or 5 that are left that are still remaining, and I have another case that I just bought because I just love taking these on my outings more than Mountain House or any other kind of backpacking meal. I really enjoy these because they have so much to offer. Sometimes they're pretty nasty. Whoops, sorry. Bob Jr. just took a knife to the face. Somebody call the Humane Society. Okay, irresponsible dog parenting. It is really cold, so this actually is kind of stiff. This is the main course, I believe. Yep, that's the main course. What do we have? Peanut butter! We have peanut butter. That's awesome. It's not cheese. Woohoo! I hate the cheese. I love the peanut butter. That's not going to be eaten tonight, but it's good to have. I don't like these. Cranberries Osmotic. I tried these on one of my previous videos. I wasn't a fan. So I'll probably give those away to somebody. Then we have milk chocolate cocoa beverage powder. I already had some tonight, but hey, you know what? That still sounds pretty good. I might have some just to keep the warmth going. Here's the spoon. Here's the heating element. Here's the accessory pack. It's toilet paper, orange base, or beverage base lemonade, salt, a towelette, and gum. That's all that's in there. And we have blackberry jam. Never had that before in an MRE. That will go nicely with the peanut butter. I'm suspecting one of these is bread. Chocolate chip toaster pastry. Ooh, guys, it's a Pop-Tart. I'm going to save that for breakfast. It'll go well with breakfast. And then this is probably the bread, multi-grain snack bread. That'll I'll set aside for the peanut butter and jelly. I might have it tomorrow for lunch before we leave. I'll cook the hot cocoa now. I really just think I'm going to have the main course. I'm not crazy about that they put these in there, these cranberries. They can't be that popular. They're kind of nasty. So I'll go ahead and get the main course going, and we'll go from there. All right, I got the pot on the fire. I stoked it a little, got it going. I think there's just enough left of our firewood to make it worth our while. The MRE's right here, still cooking away. So while that's cooking, I think we'll make the hot chocolate. I think the water's probably hot enough. It looks like it's steaming pretty good. Okay, so I found a makeshift coaster. Check that out. It's the flattest rock I could find. It kind of leans, but I didn't want to put a hot pot on a plastic table. Wouldn't have gone over well. In fact, let's try this side. Maybe that won't lean as much. There's my coaster. All right, let's put the cocoa in. Now you're supposed to really pour the water in here and shake it up, but I have a pot, so into the pot it goes. Get it all out of there. Since you missed my earlier cocoa, I know you don't want to miss this, so you know, it's pretty exciting watching somebody make cocoa like you've never done it before. Ooh, that is sketchy. Very gently, we will stir this. All right. Well, that is like not. I think that's good. Let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, that looks good. We'll sip this while we wait for the spaghetti to finish. I stoked the fire a little. Still got some life left in it. Cheers. Yeah, that's pretty watered down. Whoops, sorry about that. My knee slipped. Put too much water in it. But it's warm and it's comforting, and I'm not complaining. You guys want to see something cool? So there's Bob Jr., right? Of course, he always comes on our trips. And there's his shadow. Look at that shot. Okay, it's no longer sizzling, and it feels warm through the cardboard. So let us check it out, shall we? Oh, a lot of ashes. Look at the ashes. Got a little too close to the fire. There we go. It's warm. It's not hot. I was hoping it would really be warm. This is like a hand warmer. It's kind of nice. This is really frustrating having to film with one hand and work with the other. That's why I had the other tripod, but hang on a second, I'll tear this open. All right, my friends, that's what it looks like. It looks pretty tasty. That meat looks pretty hearty. It doesn't look like cheap, like soy protein or something. I think it's actual meat. All right, let's try this. Hopefully it's warm. Want some? Kind of hard to see. If I get close, you can't even friggin' see it. So, at least I offered, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's not just because I'm hungry. That's really good. I am a fan of the spaghetti. It's like a notch above Chef Boyardee. Because the meat tastes like actual hamburger, actually. A lot of times, the meat is so processed that it just doesn't taste right. Mm. This has been one of the clumsiest videos I've made. I kind of took for granted my tripod there. I got used to standing it up and filming from a distance and getting these beautiful shots. And then I went to move the handle and it just snapped. It just, something inside of it broke. So now I'm using this little tiny tripod. Thank goodness I had that, or I'd be leaning my phone against something, you know. And the whole process, having to hold it, having to figure out an angle with a tripod that's only 7 inches tall, has not been easy. Anyway, clumsy. I also tripped over my butane stove about 50 times. I had to put it on the ground. It occurred to me when I was heating up water earlier with it, when the butane didn't get, before the butane got so cold that it didn't work. Should have occurred to me to warm it up, but live and learn. It'll be ready in the morning. Anyway, I had the stove on this plastic table, and it occurred to me that it could melt. So I put it on the ground and heated my water that way, and I've been tripping over it ever since. Very clumsy outing, my friends. Behind the scenes stuff, anyway, not so much to you guys. I'm feeling good, though, and I'm happy. It's good to be out again. It's been literally 3 months. You know what? There are even tomatoes in this. Now, the other food I brought, besides the MRE, I brought ramen. I always do. I don't always use it, but I bring it. It's warm and it's easy and lightweight and all that stuff. Not that I'm backpacking, but I also brought some stuff for breakfast, some grits. I like to have a warm breakfast, so grits works. Not a huge oatmeal guy. It's okay, but I prefer grits. And like a breakfast biscuit thing that I always bring, Belvitas. But now I've got that Pop-Tart. So I've got that Pop-Tart and grits for breakfast and cocoa again. That sounds like a good breakfast. And then lunch should be ramen and peanut butter and jam now. It was just going to be ramen, but pretty cool. I'm looking forward to all of it. Now, if I were out here with my friend Joe, car camping, he would have brought a huge cooler packed with food. And I love that. But I don't plan that far ahead. I just grab what I have on hand half the time and leave. That's why I love these MREs, because I can literally just grab it and go, even if I'm just going for a hike. So there will be a lot of desert stuff between now and spring, mostly because the mountains are going to get filled with feet and feet of snow. I may or may not do a backpacking snow overnighter. I probably will. Hopefully, I mean, we're in a drought situation. We really need snow. I plan to get out regularly, just like I did in the summer. The 3 months that went by between Notch Lake and now were just a matter of personal life stuff that got in the way. So, you know, I'm finally up to speed, I think. Dinner's over. That was dinner. I'm going to sit here until the fire really dies out. I'm going to blow on it a couple times, see if I can get it going. I really want those coals to burn down. And then once that's done, we'll climb in the car and talk a little bit before bed. The stupid thing is it's like 7:30 p.m. right now. And looking around, you would think it was midnight. So I got a ways to go before I really get tired. And just give me a sec and I'll just shut up because I don't know what to say anymore. This is the worst coaster ever. Let's stop. This is so clumsy. Where's my garbage can? See, I can't even see. So there'll be, whoop, spit food.